afternoon class. Hope you all are doing very well. Right, we have come to week 5 and tomorrow we will meet you in class. Right, so come in time. Tomorrow we will also have Dr. Joachim dropping by to our class to say hello to you all. Okay, so we will discuss about legal aspects of luxury brand in the tutorial class tomorrow. Okay, and today we will be discussing about luxury clients, and that's a topic today. And one more announcement, I will be posting up something called as an indemnity form. Okay, has anyone filled this form before at Taylor's? I will post it on Times.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Where have you gone to, T?
We are planning on our module. This is one of module from Mr. Joanne, sustainable event management, and we are planning to go to a water and treatment thing on 13 May. Yeah.
Wow, we are going on the 11th May. This is for our Four Seasons hotel visit. It's on the 11th May. All of you are going, right? Anyone not going? And I'm not a person to arrange a bus. Guys, have you all seated inside the bus? Let me take attendance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let the bus go. Okay, I'm not that type of a lecturer. I would expect you all to come to Four Seasons. Is that fine with you all? Yes? Thank you so much. Right, so I will post the indemnity form, but anyway, because I'll be driving from campus, if any of you want to carpool with me, I can take up to 3 people with me, but you need to let me know beforehand, yeah? All right, so we will go there, and they have agreed for a hotel visit. I mean, for showing us their rooms, their F&B properties, as well as their general manager will also be talking to you all about a particular topic. I think it's brand communication. So he will be sharing on brand communication as well. Okay, so this is the plan for our visit to Four Seasons Hotel. Okay, all right. And any questions? Sylvia, you have a question? No, you can't hear me. Sylvia, you have a question for me? She can't hear me or what? Okay, she is connecting and I think she's seated in the hallway. Sylvia, can you hear us? Okay. I think she can't. Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay. I was just briefing about the Four Seasons visit on the 11th May. If any of you have classes or anything else, you need to let me know if you want me to write to your lecturers. That's one. And second thing is, we will be there at, I will post all of this on Times along with the indemnity form. Okay, and we will also have few other UG students. Okay, so they will also be coming along with us, and the timing will be from 2 p.m. onwards. Okay, so if there's any class that has been affected, please let me know. I will post all of these details on our Times. Okay, let me just pull out that email. Yeah, and the GM, Mr. Alex Porteous, he is going to be teaching you all on luxury clients and luxury brand life cycle. So I will just touch base on the topic luxury clients today, but he will also be teaching you all on the same topic as well as luxury brand life cycle, which is also part of your assessment 3 or assessment 3, where you'll be talking and presenting in your group project. So that will also be helpful for you. Is that fine? Okay, moving on. Okay, let me share PowerPoint. Okay, you can see my screen, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, welcome to chapter 5, and we're going to study about luxury client and excursionists. So who are luxury clients and who are excursionists? So when we say luxury clients, there are typically two types only. One is some people, they are continuously or they consistently use luxury products. So they belong to the luxury clients. And excursionists are people who just do it occasionally, just like an excursion, right? You know what's an excursion? You don't go for excursion every day. You go only once in a while, right? So like that, people who occasionally indulge in luxury shopping or luxury products are called as the excursionists. So basically, some of the research tells us that luxury consumers are changing. Their needs change, the expectations change, right? And predominantly, the ages are between 23 and 36. These are the people who will fall, or more often not, right? So they are the people who belong to this particular category. And the generation Z is much younger and they do not belong to this group, because the older cohorts, I mean this cohort is already a young adult and they're already in the workforce, they're able to sustain themselves, so that's why they belong to this luxury clients category itself. So what happens here is it's a trend-setting generation, and now because luxury is affordable, right? That's what we heard from Dr. Catherine also in the last session, right? The paradigm has changed. Everything is become luxe digital. Everything is luxe, right? Luxe is the shorter form for luxury. Everything in any category you go, there is a premium version. There is a luxe version, right? So with this, there is a lot of demand for luxury itself. So in those days, I mean, this is a survey done in 2019. During our tutorial class, we will be looking for, and that will be one of your activity as well, to look for the recent survey. Even Miss Dr. Catherine had shared a lot of resources during her class, right? So if you look at the survey itself, you can see people indulge in luxury products or luxury market for regular treaters, and some for gifts, and some for occasional treaters, and some rarely or some never. So on my left is the age group, okay, and on my right is the reason as to why they go and purchase high-end products or services. Okay, so why do you think, if you look into this age group 16 to 24, which most of y'all belong to, you only go for gifts, right, or occasional treats, correct? And slightly moving further, 25 to 34, you could see it's regular treaters. That means they are already able to sustain themselves, so they know that luxury is their style, so they want to be a part of it, right? So the same thing, 25 to 44, it's the same age group, which means they know what they want. They know the difference between a luxury product as well as a normal product. So they predominantly are regular treaters. That means they belong to this particular luxury market and they don't compromise for anything less than that, right? And if you slightly move ahead to the other category, 45 onwards, 45 upwards to 64 and more than that, because this survey is only reaching up to 64, their respondents, all right? But if you look there, this is a very standardized group, right? Some are never, and some again belong to the 23%, like occasional, some rare, and some for gifts. So it's distributed evenly. So if they do not belong to this era, that means they do not belong even when they move up or when they age as well. So these are the luxury clients. Okay, so why do we do what they do, or why do they indulge in luxury shopping? So if you look at it, regular treaters, these are the people that we will normally liaise, right? These are the people that normally fall into the category of luxury clients. So there are three main categories, which is basically cars, automotives, right, and household furnitures and travel. Travel belongs is like 36%, and that is where, this is also a survey from 2019 March, right? So where they go and purchase travel products around 36%, and some go for furnitures and household, and 26% switch to cars. So these are the regular treaters. So people who come in for gifts and special occasions, these are the people who spend a bit extra for experience that they want, correct? And some for travel also, and then they know, okay, this is for gift and this is a special occasion, so let's keep it memorable. So as travel becomes a part of it. And household and furniture is again 25%. Occasional treaters, okay, these are the excursionists that we talk about, right? These are occasional people, only for certain occasions. So they come for food, which is not part of travel. Travel is not part of it at all. It's only for food, right? Okay, dining in a fine dining restaurant. All right, these are occasional treaters. For example, our master student, my classes, we are going for a high tea at Majestic Hotel, Kuala Lumpur, just to do a service audit, right? And we are choosing Majestic. It's not cheap, it's a luxury product, right? And it's a food product also, right? So it's occasional treat, correct? It's an occasional one. So we do not indulge in luxury eating or luxury food on a daily basis, but this is an occasional treat. So there is a reason why we need to treat ourselves for that. So the students are paying around 85 per percent, 85 net per percent to join this and do their service audit. And occasional treaters are electronics. So now you understand why T's group spoke about Apple, right? They spoke about Apple during their presentation. It's electronics, correct? 53% of them. It's a bigger chunk. If you look at this chart or if you look at this table, there's nothing more than 40%. It's only the electronics that has hit 53%. That means occasionally people indulge in buying expensive items, right? For electronics items, like for example, it could be their gadgets, it could be their handphones, it could be their drones, it could be their MacBooks, or it could be their iPads or tablets. We do not know, right? So these are the electronics that they go in for. Handbags, oh, that's got a big attention too. Handbags also belong to 26% of occasional treaters, right? Handbags mean just don't be what do you say, a sexist and think it's only females. Handbags belong to men also. When we talk about pouches, when we talk about clutches, men also indulge in this shopping as well. So luxury spending by categories into three major sectors, and in each you just saw how they indulge in luxury shopping. Okay, why do you think luxury clients indulge in luxury products? Why? Any answers? We can discuss this further in tutorial class, but why? Yes, T.
I think there are a few reasons. So the first thing is that to buy like a piece of luxuries items or a consumer specific luxury brand as a way of recording their own achievements in life.
Yeah.
The second of all is that some of the people who when they are in their range of want to spend time for themselves and want to invest it in something extra in order to enhance their lifestyle quality, so they wouldn't mind spending some extra money for that.
Exactly. Very good, T. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Why do you think luxury clients, or do you think people just want to show off? That's why they indulge in luxury. Does this question cross to you? No? It is a very, very minimal segment, right? Like people taking off their father's luxury cars and just taking it out on a date with their girlfriend or something. It's a different story, right? But that is not the purpose, or they do not belong to the luxury clients. Like what T just mentioned, it's more about personal branding. It's more about the experiences that they gain, right? And it is the memory that they make, Okay, so probably it's their birthday or it's their milestone achievement in their life. So they want to have a story attached to it, and this story is emotional, isn't it? And that is where, so if you imagine the slide that Dr. Catherine shared, there's three aspects that they shared. One was functional, the craftsmanship, and emotional. So these are the three things: functional, craftsmanship, and emotional. These are the three things that a luxury client would like to be attached to with a product. For example, when you look into a product, for example, if it's going to be a MacBook or Apple Watch, or if it's an AirPods, right? It's the functional quality that people are looking at in it, right? And that's why they go for this luxury product, isn't it? Because it is functional, it is very useful. Watches, okay, talk about watches, luxury watches. Talk about cars, right? We were talking about BMW, right? The boys were presenting about BMW in class last week, a couple of weeks earlier. So it is about safety. It's, yes, one side it's luxury and the other side it's safety to the core, correct? So it's so much functional elements that you look for. And secondly, it's the craftsmanship, the precision of details, right? How much of detail goes inside to prepare and make up this product. So that is what people are looking for. They just don't want just one of these shelf products, but they want something that is personally crafted for them, correct? And once you sit inside a BMW, you can set your seating arrangement, isn't it? So the driver, you can just tune it, or you can just systemize and customize it for your height, your luxury of how you want to relax and sit. So automatically when you sit inside, you can change your seating arrangement. Likewise, another driver can change the seating arrangement. So the craftsmanships that goes inside. And thirdly, it's the emotional element. This is where what T was talking about, it's a milestone achievement in their lifetime, right? So they wanted to have some kind of attachment to it, and that's why they want this luxury product. So whatever the case be, luxury clients always look for personal brand experience. So it's the brand that they carry since, since 19, if you watch the Tissot product, since when it has been in the market. Anyone knows? Tissot watches, Tissot. Anyone knows? Anyone wears a Tissot? Have you seen the ad? If you're driving on Federal, there's a big hoarding. Anyone? Dasa, Rayesh, Modi?
I've seen this.
Yes. What's the year?
Sorry, I'm not sure this.
Yeah, since 1853. It is since 1853 that Tissot products, So, and all of their products will have that since 1853, be it automatic watches, be it digital watches, be it any product, they will have that, So that's the personal brand people would like to carry. It's the emotional attachment that they have towards it, right? And apart from this, social media sharing moves also brings about a lot of lifestyle changes in your usage of luxury products. So these are the luxury clients. And not only that, if you go back and talk to your parents or your grandparents, right? If you ask them, why are they attached to a particular car? You might have heard stories. You might have heard them say, I like this brand. You just ask them why they like that particular brand. They will tell in their days that might have been the car, that might have been the brand, So they want to have that kind of an emotional attachment. So it's all about personal branding, experiences that has come out through these brands. And that's why even in coming classes we learn about brand images and identity, how the brands make themselves manifested. So it's not about the products that they showcase, it's not about the magnanimity or not the magnificent look of the product, but it's all simple stories that they will share. That is where how the brand manifestation usually happens. So these people, the luxury clients, are always looking at stories, personal stories, right? And some kind of an attachment towards it. Okay, and now who are the luxury clients again? See, these are people nowadays luxury is called as affordable luxury. They have premium, they have affordable luxury, right? So the people who belong to the regular and occasional treaters in particular have this kind of strong inclination to always keep looking only for luxury items. They will never settle down for less. They always keep comparing the prices. They wait for some kind of sale that comes out, or they wait only for that particular items, and they just don't buy anything else, right? Even if it's not available, they wait for it. Right? They get it from other countries, they source it, they go all out to get the products that they want, right? And this is the true DNA of a luxury client. And being high touch category, they know what is there for in-store shopping and how they go about these particular products. Some people travel only for shopping, if you have noticed that, if you have seen people. Or is anyone there only for shopping? Anyone travels only for shopping? Sadaf is smiling. Do you travel only for shopping? Raish
No,
is
my mom does.
Pardon, Sadaf?
My mom does.
Your mom does, yeah. So what does
Yeah.
she shop? Is it all
Just like,
few?
sorry?
Is it all products or just a few?
Just a few.
Right, it's like very very focused, right? Very focused.
Yeah.
They know what they want, correct? That's the
Yes.
luxury client. They know what they want, they know where to get it from, because they can easily identify a counterfeit product. That's the legal aspect, right? Counterfeit. Did you all watch the audio lecture for last class, the counterfeit? How do you identify a counterfeit and what is a counterfeit? Right? A true luxury client, by the look of it itself, will tell you, by the feel itself, they tell you, hey, this is not the original one, right? This is a fake one, this is a counterfeit. And we in Malaysia, we have a lot of counterfeit markets. You get all brands, you get their counterfeits, right? And we are so popular for that because there is a market for that also. It's okay, it's counterfeit products, we know it's a fake product, we know it's not the original one, but we do have a big market for that, not only in Malaysia, in India, in China. We have, most parts of the world have a big market for counterfeits. You go online, you have a big market, just online shopping, just for counterfeit products, right? But a true luxury client will know that their product is original or no, right? And then affordable luxury is making an entrance, but by now it's already there. Everybody can afford luxury, so that's why it's called as affordable luxury. So any hotel, you can see they have different pricings, premium ranges, luxury ranges, so they know this is how people can afford to. For example, as I coming back to the same thing, a Majestic high tea, there's 3 different menu that they have. It is a luxury product. It is not the normal pricing for a tea. Who's going to pay 85 net for a tea, right? It's the service, it's the experience that you're going to have at the particular restaurant, right? But they have different criteria. Affordable luxury is only 85 net, right? The actual luxury is 155 net per person, right? So we have a choice. So this is what we mean by affordable luxury. So the market knows, the luxury clientele is requiring for a variance. Do we have different sectors? Correct? And the products, the people who sell the luxury services and goods also know their market, their target market, and they know, okay, these are the various target markets we have, and these are the various products, and some of it will already be affordable luxury. All right, so this is all about luxury client. So moving on to excursionists, right? Who are these people that we saw? These are people who just come in for one-time purchase, right? Maybe with that one-time purchase, they have been caught up with it, they started liking the product, and they started coming and started using this particular product itself or service, correct? So these are excursionists, short-term purchase people, right? Or occasional, or just treaters. So why do they go for it? They go despite the expensive, despite being very expensive. Why do they go for it? They go for the quality, one. And second thing, this point is something that I really like. They want to be sure that the object they acquire is difficult to obtain. Why you think so? Any idea?
I think as an investment.
As an investment, yes. Very good. As an investment, anything else? To be more appropriate, investment is yes, but anything else? No, let me share a short story. We had this Golden Keys Association, or we also call the Clientele Association, right? You know what they do, right? Concierge people in a hotel, what they do? Anyone? What do they do? Concierge.
They
What is,
do everything. They do everything for the guest.
yes. They do everything for the
Anything
guests.
that can
Thanks.
like I can share an example also.
Please do.
Like when I was studying in Italy, we had the head concierge of the Western Palace in Milan, and he was telling us that he like sometimes like guests will come up also with like it's a very luxury hotel, so sometimes like it happened that a guest, for example, came to him and asked him to find like for example a light for one of his yacht or something like that. I don't remember precisely, but they really have to do everything for the guest, like, and they are the person who can solve any problem for the guest.
Thank you, Tino. Yes, I also have the same kind of a story from a concierge guy who came in to share his experiences for our students. So this time, this guest says that he had to drive Ferrari car from Singapore into the Mandarin Hotel in Kuala Lumpur, and that was one of his best experiences that he has ever had, because the guests couldn't officially go to Singapore because of visa constraints and things. So he had to drive for the guests. You know, one side it is super exciting to drive a Ferrari, man. That's going to be the bucket list kind of a thing for him. On the other side, it is also equally challenging because anything could happen, right? If anything goes wrong, he is entirely responsible, isn't it? So that's one of the experiences. Okay, this is not the point that I wanted to share. The thing is, when you try to say that they want to be sure that this particular thing that they're obtaining is difficult to get, he went on to share that there's one guest who came in, a regular guest to their hotel, right? I'm talking about a very luxurious hotel in KL itself. So he is a regular guest. He walks into this concierge guy and tells, hey guy, I really need your support. And then he says, yes, how can we support you? As I told you, concierge goes to any extent to support the guest requests and needs, right? It's not a housekeeping, it's not a front office. So he says, yes sir, how can I help you? And he says, tomorrow I'm going to propose to this girl of mine, and it needs to be done in the rooftop bar. But she loves orange tulips. You know, Malaysia is a land of flowers, but not tulips, right? You know where tulips get, right? So he wanted orange colored tulips only. And he wanted to do this the very next day, and I think somewhere around 6 p.m. or 5 p.m., not too sure, but it's the evening, right? So he wanted this orange tulips, and he's coming and telling it to him that night around 11 p.m. And he says, this is going to be tomorrow, and how am I going to get you orange flowers? And I think he had some numbers, 50 or 45, something of that sort. So he had to get this particular numbers of orange tulips. So then he said he had to go into this central market in Malaysia. If you have been to Petaling Street, there is where we find a lot of fresh flowers. These are the suppliers come there. But you cannot catch them in any time of the day. You must catch them early, like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. That's why they come in, bring in their products before they could actually distribute it to their different channels. So he had to go there, get his sources right, get somebody there, and then go there around 3 a.m. in the morning to get these flowers for the guests. Of course, don't talk about the pricing. That comes next, right? So this is the experience. So then when he brought it to the guests and arranged everything in the restaurant, and then the guest had to go and propose to the girl. Okay, don't ask me after that what happened. I do not know. But this is the concierge part, and he was so glad that he was able to go all the way out to provide for the guest's need, right? So this guest is ensured that he has made this particular object difficult to obtain. right? It's not just a one-off thing that you buy off your online stores or just walk into a store and get it, or you just book overnight and you get it, right? This is something goes beyond it. So it is difficult to obtain, but you've got your resources right and they have got it done for you, correct? And apart from this, there should be some kind of a multi-sensuous moment. This is where we talk about experience, the story, right? How this can bring about emotions to your life, right? So that's why the excursionists come and indulge in luxury products. And not only that, they want the product to be timeless, they want it to be always existed and will always exist. So they look for these kind of items, and that's why they want to indulge in short-term purchase, right? So it's not going to be a regular thing, but although it's just one time or maybe a very periodic one, or just one-off thing, maybe in 5 years or 10 years, right? But they wanted to make sure that this has covered all of these qualities or just one or two of these qualities, right? That's what an excursionist will look at. Okay, so this is all about the excursionist. So what are the characteristics of luxury? You can talk in terms of taste and preferences, and you can also talk in terms of nature and wealth. Predominantly, many of the luxury clients will fall in both categories, but the excursionist will fall in few categories only, right? So when you talk about a luxury client, they will fall in all of these categories because they are traditional people, they like the taste, they are coming after tradition after tradition. Okay, high tea is a tradition in UK and they want to follow it here. So when you go into St. Regis Hotel, they talk so much high about their high tea. It's a tradition, right? They want to talk about it. New consumer will come in because they like the brand and they want to just observe and use the brand and they want to be satisfied with it, right? And nature of wealth, this is where you need to know that, okay, all these are characteristics, right? It's influential, it's sharp, that means the details of the particular product, the precision is there, right? It's unique, demanding, attention span, ethical. All of this will belong because the nature of the wealth of the particular item is there, and that's why people do indulge in luxury items, correct? So any questions here? Why do we say ethical? Ethical and attention span, any idea? Attention span and ethical. Any idea, class? You said something, T? No.
Yeah, I was just thinking the ethical is like I don't know, for example, like buy something and also serve for, I don't know, charity purposes, like the campaign with the Louis Vuitton bracelets
Yeah.
with the UNICEF, I think. Yeah, something like that.
Because it's a good cause and you want to support it by supporting it, right? By getting the product. That is ethical, right? Yeah, that because of the proceeds. But this doesn't happen at all times, you know. Sometimes you walk into an art gallery, you walk into an art show, you know, they are not very cheap. Correct? If you want to purchase a particular painting or something or art piece, it is so expensive. Then when they tell you, no, this is the proceeds are going for some good cause, then yes, it's ethical. And when you talk about ethical, it's not only about this, it is also about the quality of the product itself. When they tell you it is crocodile leather, it has to be crocodile leather. When they tell you this is pure diamond, it has to be pure diamond. When they tell you it is a single cut diamond, it has to be a single cut diamond, right? So that is ethical. So you need to have various, but every time you don't walk into Louis Vuitton and tell you, hey, is your leather good quality, right? You know, you don't ask them because it goes by the brand name. That is the ethical comfort zone that they have promised to deliver to their clients, correct? So that is what we're talking about, ethical. And when you talk about attention span, This is something very, very crucial here, because attention span is not only for the product, it's also for the consumers. Sometimes some products have, when you look into a particular brand life cycle, some products reach the peak, some don't, some die at its birth itself. So they try to launch a new product, they recall it, they improvise it, they send it back, right? Some products have that kind of an attention span. So you need to constantly keep your customers indulged in your particular product. So that's where you talk about your attention span. Demanding is always there. I mean, how you create your demand, but it's very difficult to create a demand for luxury products. It's not like how you create a demand for any normal product. Luxury products, creating a demand is very, very difficult unless there is this particular market, right? You go by markets, you go by region, you go by geographical regions. So if you belong to Paris, you should work out with either Louis Vuitton, or you work with your Longchamp. That is what they talk about. So that is how you've already set, or you play with your luxury client's mind. So that's how you create the demand. So that all comes in your marketing channel itself, right? So these are the characteristics of luxury hotels. I think I've shared this link that talks about luxury hospitality brand and its essentials. I've shared this link to different hotels and all in the Times, or you can just give it a read as to what are brand essentials when it comes to hospitality, right? How do you understand a brand, and what are the essentials that you need to understand from the hospitality brand perspectives? Okay, so that's from the topic for today, luxury clients, right, and the excursionists. Any questions for me, class? I mean, during our tutorial we can discuss further. Any questions for me? This is hanging.
I did have a question, but related to the case study test that we will have in week.
Yes, dear.
Which week is that? So yeah, on week 9 we will have a test, and that will be based on a case study. So my question would be if it is possible to have like, my question is, we will practice on a test, or is it possible to see like an example of a case study as intended for this course?
I'm not too sure if your Times allows you to see the past case studies that I've posted. Just check on your Times if you can see
Okay.
group project or case study. I have posted a few case studies that you will be working on, so that's the past group. So you can just have an idea on how case studies will be provided. Okay,
Okay,
but
I will see that.
tell me, Miss, I went through this. There's something called as Lux Resorts as one case study. I've also shared on Marinas Bay Sands. There's a case study. You can check on Times. It's posted there. But if you can't see that, let me know tomorrow. I can share a few examples on what type of case studies you'll be working. Okay, thanks for talking about that, Tino. Okay, class. So y'all are ready for your group assignment and all, right? Do you have any questions for me on that? Maybe you want to discuss tomorrow in class how you want to go, right? And
I also have a question about that.
Yeah, yes, Tino.
It's very like practical, like, because I didn't see a deadline on Times for the group project case study in the group work.
In the MI, if you look at page number 2, you have the assessment table, and that tells you the due date, which means for week 8 for your online assessment, that's the class test that I should be having with you all for about 20%, which should be conducted in week 8. Week 8 is 16th of May, the entire week, but usually it is the independent learning week for our students. So I normally negotiate with the students, if you don't want, because you will not have classes that whole week, right? I'm sure many of you have already made plans for that week. But if you have not, or yes, that week I can postpone the exam to week 9. That's not a problem. So week 9 we can have the assessment. For the online assessment, maybe because my online assessment is not going to be like this. Okay, I'm going to give you a quiz and do it now. I'm not going to be monitoring you all like this. I will post it on times and I will give a set timeline so you all can do it and you can submit your. And
Oh,
for your second or the first project, which is your second assessment,
yeah,
this,
because we have two group projects. I'm not sure which one
yeah.
you said it's on week 8, because I know that one is
Oh,
on week 12 because it's written on times, but so one is on week 12
okay.
and
If
one is on
you,
week 8.
right, same thing. Just go back to the same page 2 on your MI, and if you look
Okay.
at it, the second assessment is your first group project, okay, and that will be assessing your MLO1. All right. If you look at that, if you read the MI there, if you can see that, you will be submitting your project on week 11. Okay, so it's going to be a short presentation again. Okay, so you will be doing that in week 11. Week 11 meaning this is week 5, so your week 11 will be 6th of June. So we will have it on the 7th of June. That's during our tutorial class. All right. Okay, and the third assessment is your report writing. So that will be in week 12, the following week, which will be 14th of June. And this one you can just submit it, right? So normally I give the end of the week, which will be until 17th of June for the report writing. Okay, and the last assessment or the assignment is your case study presentation. So that will be held in the last week. I will only be having about 3 to 4 groups, and I'm sure that we can do it in one class. So we can have it in week 14. That's the last week of the semester itself. For that case study, I will release your actual case study maybe in week 7 or week 8. I will just work on your case study and I will post it. So you have enough time, like at least from week 9 to week 14, you have time to work on your case study. Is that okay? I mean, a couple of weeks is good. Yeah, thanks, Sadaf. So, Tino, you okay, Tino? You saw the MI?
Actually, no, because I can't really see it. I tried a few times, but that page is, I don't know, maybe we exchange students, we don't, I don't know, I could not access it.
No. All of you can access times, not only for exchange students, not only for our students. All of you can access times, isn't it? Everybody. Do
Not
you
times, like the ME, you said?
MI, the module
MI.
information?
Yeah, I don't know where to find it.
Okay, let me just pull out the times and share screen here so that you can see my version, but I can show you the student version as well. Just give me a second. I'm trying to open the student version of Times because if you see my version, it's really good.
I already sent Agostino. You can just check.
Pardon?
I already sent the
Pardon,
MI
T?
to Agostino. I already sent the MI to
Thank
Agostino.
you, T. Thank you. Agustino, she shared the MI
Yeah,
with
I
you.
will,
No, but I want to share screen. Maybe any of you can share screen. I want to see how do you all look at it. One of you want to share screen on Times? What do you have?
Yeah, I
oh
can
yeah,
share mine.
I see the one that T sent me, but the thing that I was confused. I was asking that because I was confused because all the weeks that are said on that document are different from the one you said now. So I was trying to get myself organized.
The MI is not 8, 11, 12, 14? No? Is it different?
No, I think no.
It's like 9. Wait, it's week 9 for the test from topic 1 to 5. Then there is week 12 for a group project. So and then there is like week 14 for the reflective learning, and then there is like a missing one, the other group.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you change the weeks now, we can know and just write
You're
it down.
looking at the assessment table, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll stick to this week 8, 11, 12, and 14. Is that fine?
So what did you say?
Just pull up the MI. T, are you sharing screen? No.
Yes, sorry, forgot.
It's okay, no problem. Yeah, this is the rubrics, assessment rubrics, right? Okay.
So this will be a test online.
Yeah, this is the class test, the first one, yeah. But this is just the assessment rubrics and it's not the entire MI. But this one carries all of the information about the assessment itself. Okay, can we just scroll down?
The first one is on week 8, not 9.
No, week 9. In your MI, it's week 8, but because week 8 is an independent learning, so I don't want to have assessment on that week. So I will have it.
Okay. Okay. That's why I was confused.
Okay, right. So we will have it in week 9 as mentioned here. Okay, and yeah, thanks, Steve. Yeah, this will be in week 12, the first project report writing and the presentation also. Okay, so let me share screen for your attendance today.
My app still doesn't work, so I cannot mark attendance at all.
Sylvia, your attendance?
That my app, the application doesn't work for me, so I delayed it and install it again, and it doesn't work. So
Okay,
how should we do it?
I will mark your attendance manually then.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Eight. Were you able to hear me from there? You were in the second floor corridor, right, Sylvia?
Yes.
No problem in hearing me, right? Not so
No,
loud.
at the beginning, but that's it.
Okay. 10 of you. I only have 10 in class today. Should be having 13. Shalina, how did the interview go?
Can you share again the code?
Yeah, 1 second. Shalina, how did the interview go?
I was the interviewer.
Oh, you were the interviewer.
Yeah.
Why did you choose this time, Shalina? You know it's class. So you are the board member. Who are you?
I was the secretary.
You're the secretary. You're recruiting new board members or the members itself, club members?
The board members.
The board members. Mr. Chu was with you?
Sorry?
Mr. Chu Guntian was with you? No?
Yeah, Mr. Chu. He's the club advisor.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Mr. Chu. Is he there?
No, there's the president, the club
Hello
president.
everyone. Hi.
Hello. Who's the president now? Who's the president now, Shelina?
No, I'm promoting to vice president.
Okay. Oh, congratulations.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Taken the attendance 11. I'm going to stop sharing now. Share this in the group chat. Because I'm going to go and check Sylvia's attendance. If not, I will forget after class.
Doctor, my application also cannot open.
Who is this?
Elena.
Shelina. Yeah, your application cannot open because in class time you're conducting interview. That's why. Just give me a second, it takes time to open up.
Dr. Ruth, is it possible if I just leave because I have a class at 2?
Sure, Rajesh, no problem. You've taken your attendance, right? The class you can leave if you want to. No problem. Thank you.
Yes.
See you all tomorrow morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Ruth.
Thanks. See you.